Hey guys, Tim here with the Geeked Up Game Review Group. We're gonna bring you guys some kind of like a show you the contents in the box of Wrath of Dragons by Keith Rintz, and printed by Catalyst Games. So let me set this lid over here out of the way, and I'm gonna show you first the board, and show you that it's got like kind of I would say realms, I suppose. So it's got 6 different realms: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is only half the board. The other half is back here, folded away. But anyways, there's some spots for some cards down here that are somehow going to be purchased, I'm guessing. And then we got some marks up here, and then it looks like a point tracker goes around the board. What's a really cool mechanic that we saw on a video that we were watching is that there's a marker that goes in the center of here, and it's going to do one thing the very first round. So it's going to sit on here. And I'm not sure if the rulebook has a certain way for it to sit on there, for it to be pointing to certain parts of the map. But once it's the end of the round, from what I got from it, that this is actually going to rotate. And I don't know if there's a mechanic that makes it rotate a certain direction from what's happening on the board or anything like that. That's kind of a neat mechanic and kind of a unique thing. So that's majority of the board. Let me show you this other half over here. So the game is played in centuries, which is actually 6 rounds. So in the first century, you're going to be able to do all of these actions, and then as it goes down into the centuries, it's going to add new actions. So you'll be able to do all of these plus this one, and then once it goes to round 3, you'll be able to do all these too. So it's kind of like once you get to round 6, you're able to do everything on the board. So in the first round, you're going to be able to heart and hoard. So it's like get a sheep, grab a gold. The next one is hunt, where you get 2 sheep, or you can just hoard and get 2 gold. And then there's cards, which are going to be down at the bottom for you to pick up. And then you have the first attack action, and then there's first layer action. So there's those as well. And then there's other markers in the game that get added along. So it's the Dragonlord Token. If somebody's already in an area, you're not allowed to go into that area if there's already someone there. So you would have to have that token, and then it'll allow 2 people to go into the same area. So it's just kind of a quick rundown of what I do know. So that's mostly everything I know about the board. In the centuries, it's also going to have these tokens there representing, I don't know. And then we have, let's show you some of these cards real quick. So I don't know what these cards, how they're going to work, if they're verified for each, or if they go to a dragon per se. But there's attack, hex, actions, and then we have regular attack. But I've noticed that the names up here, like Britannia and stuff, that's one of the names on the board. So that may be something to do with, like, you can only attack that area with that card. Some of the tokens that it comes with is the first attack token. And then we have the dragon ward. So that's where you're able to go into another place where someone else has gone. And then we have the lair token. And then we have a +3 terrify. Now, I was telling Anna earlier, I don't really think the dragons need more being more terrifying or anything like that, because I think that if they were real, they would already be pretty terrifying. So here's the dragons. You're going to get 1 for each player, so you got 6 here. So you got the white dragon, and a blue dragon, and a black, and an orange, and a green, and a red. And I really like the tokens. It would have been kind of cool if they'd have done like some kind of tiny miniature. I know that those cost a lot of money and would have made the game more expensive, but that's just me. Maybe I'll just go into another game, grab a miniature, and paint it up or something to look like the dragon that I'm using. But anyways, the dragon that I'll be using for this game is the white dragon. So when we get ready to play, Anna's finishing up the rulebook, and we watched a couple videos. And then there's the blue dragon, which is what Anna is going to choose. Or maybe if they had made the wood cutouts, like maybe like the same shape as the dragon, you know, like the white one's got a big horn on his head, and the green one, or the blue one, has more of a flat, like alligator crocodile head. So the tokens, the video that we watched was actually a Dice Tower video, and he was talking about how these are basically like Settlers of Catan pieces. And I was actually saying earlier that They look more like the houses from Monopoly. So, and now that I'm, now that I think about it, when you feel it, you could tell that they're made out of wood, but it's like you could squeeze it and just crush it, but obviously I can't. I am squeezing it. It doesn't crush. It's just really light, like there's nothing there. And this bag almost feels like it's empty. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. So there's 10 red ones. There's a bunch of yellow ones, and that's not very heavy either. That's the gold tokens. We got some meeples. We got some, looks like tracker tokens. And then we got the white houses. And then we have a bunch of houses, a bunch of wood pieces in here that are going to represent everything on the board. Oh, we have the blinds. So there's blinds in the game, so you can kind of hide everything that you've consumed and whatnot. So there's the white dragons blind, and then this is the black dragon. Try to get the glare out of there. And we got a yellow dragon.
Orange,
whatever. And then we have red. And then this is the green one. And then we have the blue one right here. So that's all of those. Oh, that's everything. So that's all the tokens and everything. And then me and Anna, we're going to play. And then once we... Oh, the rulebook. So the rulebook does not have any cover art. The Wrath of Dragons cover art or anything. I guess to save a couple dollars or something. They didn't put a cover on it. Well, so it's got a really cool backstory on it. It's talking about like long ago. Well, I'll just read it to you. It says, long ago, monstrous beasts ravaged the lands of the old world. These fearsome winged creatures wreaked havoc, snatching livestock, stealing gold, burning fields, capturing nobles, and destroying settlements in their efforts to establish their dominance over the land. Their attacks were quick and calculated. With every strike, horrific tales of devastation and woe spread throughout the old world. As fear of these beasts of destruction grew, civilization dreaded the wrath of dragons. Tales became legends, legends became myths, and myths, over time, have been forgotten. But which dragon would never be forgotten? Which dragon was feared above all others? Which dragon's legend would stand the test of time? So it sounds like you're kind of, and I don't know if you guys have done if you've played this or anything, but the Wrath of Dragons is a resource destruction game. So you're actually going around and destroying stuff, and I think it's a really cool theme. Me and Anna, we watch Game of Thrones, and this has nothing to do with Game of Thrones, but Daenerys Targaryen, she has those dragons, and if you haven't seen this season, then don't listen to the rest of this. So she's right now on the way over the river, or the ocean, over to the Seven Kingdoms, and then she's got her dragons, and she's got her fleet of ships and tons of ships. So it's kind of cool to play as a dragon and kind of destroy some resources. And I played the game, and I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. So that's all I have to say for this. This is just kind of showing you guys what comes in the box. And you can tell there's not like a ton of cards. I mean, I guess it is kind of a lot when you put the two stacks together. But I think once they're dispersed, I don't think maybe some of the cards will be taken out. I don't know. But anyways, that was all the contents. I just wanted to show you guys that. Some of the stuff that came in the box and this artwork. This is, right now, it's probably my favorite box in the library right now that we have. I mean, it's just kind of cool seeing this dragon, and you see the people down here burning. Not that I think that that's, humane or anything. But, a really nice piece of artwork on the box. So I love the illustrations and everything. So, do you have anything you want to say, Anna? Anything that you're excited about? Maybe? No? I don't know. But I'm ready to go eat some sheep, burn some bridges, burn some buildings, stuff like that. All right, we'll talk to you later. And as always, I'm Tim with the Geeked Up Game Review Group. And if you guys want to see an in-depth review and some pictures of the game itself, I will be posting that here in a couple days at geekedupgaming.weebly.com, or you can follow me on Instagram. I'll be snapping some pictures tonight. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.